Hello, my wonderful art students. I'm Miss Doggett, and I'm going to be bringing you this week's art lesson live from our art classroom. So we're going to be talking a little bit about masks and about acceptance. Acceptance is our CEL learning word for this week, and there have been a lot of things that we've had to accept during the pandemic. We have to wear a mask when we come to school, well, along with many other things that we don't normally do. We have to eat lunch in our classrooms. Things are just a little bit different. But with the different things, we learn how to accept the things that we can't change. And we talk about acceptance a lot in art too sometimes. You might see me around school, but if you see me around school, I'm gonna be wearing my mask. I'm wearing my mask to protect myself and to protect others to help prevent the spread of disease. So we're going to be drawing a picture of you right there with your mask. And then part of your picture is going to be without your mask so that I can see your beautiful smiling face. And so follow along with me as we do our draw along. Our drawing is going to be like this. It's going to be a picture of you wearing your mask. And when you open it up, you're going to see the real you with some cool artworks that describe you. I'm not going to show you a finished project yet. Now, you will need to find a piece of paper. Just a regular piece of copy paper will work. If you don't have white, you can just use any color, any lighter color that you have, and it should work just fine. Now, I am using an extra big piece of paper because I thought that maybe you could see it a little bit better from where you're from. Now, our first thing that we're going to do is we're going to fold our paper. We are going to turn our paper, what we sometimes call the tall way, but we also call that the vertical way. So we're going to turn our paper vertically or the tall way, and we are going to fold it in half. So you bring the edges together while you're holding the edges together. Just mash it down like that. You have just folded your paper into halves. Now we need to fold it into fourths because we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So while our paper is closed, we are going to fold it in half one more time. Remember, hold the edges together. You're going to fold them in half one more time. Are you ready for step 2? For step 2, you are going to take your folded paper. Remember, we folded it in half, then in half again. So with your paper with the edges sticking out, you're going to take just that top section and you're going to fold it out. So I'm going to put this on the board. This is a learning experience for me too. So when you pull it down, that's going to create your face. So that's how your paper should be. So we're going to keep that folded up right now. It is a little bit hard to see white paper on the white board. So maybe we can even zoom our camera a little bit closer. There, that's better. We can see. So here we go. Let me tape the flaps up. You won't need to do that since it's laying down flat on your desk, but I am going to tape those up so that we can hold it. So I have this single layer of paper here, and the rest is my folded paper. So on this little folded line, we're going to begin by drawing some eyes. Now, I like to use a marker. Whoops, that always happens in art, doesn't it? It always falls off the board. Nothing will stick to this board when it rains outside, and it is actually raining outside right now. So yes, we're gonna have some technical difficulties maybe. Now, you'll need something to draw with. In marker, in art, we usually draw with a black marker because it gives you nice, pretty black edges, but if you use a marker, you can't erase a marker. So if you prefer to draw with pencil, you may draw with your pencil. If you have a crayon, you can use that. Use whatever you have. We're gonna start right on this folded line with 2 rainbow shapes. So right here on this line, I am gonna draw sort of close to the middle, because you definitely wouldn't want your eyes way far apart, because that would be weird. So you're gonna draw a rainbow shape here and a rainbow shape there. And then you are gonna draw a line that goes down the middle. Those are like 2 semicircles. And you might want to include your eyeballs or your iris. Those are the colored parts of your eye. So what I usually like to do is I will do a smaller rainbow shape with a smaller shape in between. Feel free to add eyelashes if you'd like. You could even add glasses if you'd like. So I'm going to bring this a little bit closer and let you look at my eyes. Now remember, the paper kind of comes down like that. So that's what yours is going to be looking like for now. You might want to add eyebrows. If you have glasses, maybe you see part of your glasses sticking up. So be creative, because you know that's what we like to do in art. Make it your own. There's no right or wrong way. It's your way. So stay tuned for the next step. Next, we're going to draw the top of our head. The top of our head is sort of like a rainbow shape. So maybe about 2 finger spaces if you measure with both fingers. I'm going to start on the other side. Now, if your paper's smaller, you might not want 2 finger spaces because you want to leave room for your hair. You don't want to go all the way over to the side. So on the other side of your eye, maybe 1 or 2 finger spaces, you're going to draw a rainbow shape. You're going to go up, 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 and over to the other side. Do not worry if both sides are not perfectly even, because that happens during art. It's probably not going to be perfect, but we're going to add lots of stuff you won't even notice. So after that, you might want to draw the top of your ears sticking out, because that's how we wear our mask. We put them behind our ears. Sometimes you see the top of your ears sticking out. So over beside the eye, I'm going to go out and down to touch that folded line. Don't worry if you get a little bit on the folded line, it's not going to matter. And out and down. So now we have the 2 ears. Now I have decided that I think I want to add some eyebrows. So I'm going to take this opportunity to add some eyebrows on myself. I might give myself a few more eyelashes. Remember that you can add as you go, because sometimes as you're drawing, you think of new ideas. Now, you're going to give your person some hair. This is supposed to be a self-portrait of you, but if you want to get a little bit creative with it, maybe it's someone in your family, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's an imaginary person. It just has to be a person of some kind that could wear your mask. So maybe you have spiky hair, maybe you have long hair, curly hair, wavy hair. Do you have hair that kind of hangs down over your forehead? Think about all of the different hairstyles that you could do. And mine's not too perfect. I'm just kind of making mine scribbly. Maybe I want to put a big bow on my head. So there is my bow. You'll be able to see it a little bit better when we start using our colors. I just did a circle for the bow, and then I went out and down. Let me bring this a little bit closer. I still feel like I am so far away. So that's what you will see there on mine. That's what we're doing now. let me get this. You are getting the true art room experience today with the tape on the board and everything. We like to go step by step when we draw because that makes it easy for everybody, and it gives you some time to think about all of those wonderful things that you're going to draw on your picture a little bit later. Have you caught up with me yet? If so, you're ready to do the bottom of the face. So while you still have your paper folded, you are going to draw a line from this side of the face. It's going to swing down to almost touch the bottom, and you're going to go back up to the other side. So you will swing down as you're continuing the face on down to almost touch the bottom, but not quite, and go back up. Now, my face is not exactly perfect, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's close enough. Now we need a neck. So you're going to draw a line here and a line there, all the way to the bottom this time for the neck. Now we're going to draw our mask. So I'm going to make a small dot right there at the top between my eyes, right on the edge of the paper. Now I don't actually want to make it between the eyes, that's on the wrong part of the paper, but right there at the very top of where it's folded is where your dot is going to go. So I'm going to swing up to touch the top. This is my mask, and I'm going to go back to the other side. Now our mask is covering up our mouth, so we won't need to draw that for now. But one thing that you can do is decorate your mask. I bet you've seen all kinds of cool masks as you've been walking around the last few months. My mask is plain black, but I do have some better ones at home. You didn't catch me on a good mask day. But when you come back to school, notice all the different types of masks that you see. All of those masks are as different as the people that are wearing them. So think about how you would like your mask. I have attached some examples that you can look at to get some ideas. Also, I made a Google slide of some of those things, so if you'll click on that, you'll be able to see some of the cool ideas for your mask. Maybe stripes. I know some of my girls could draw really good hearts, some of my boys do too. You could do something with flowers, you could maybe have your initials. Anything is fine. So I'm going to draw myself. Let's see what I feel like drawing today. I'm just going to do some hearts. Remember how I showed you how to draw a heart once? An easy way to do that is to draw a letter V, and then you just put 2 humps at the top. So maybe I want to do a combination of some hearts and some circles. I'm going to let some hang off of the edge. I'm going to make sure that my artwork looks balanced. That means I don't have everything over to one side. And I'm going to continue to draw the rest of my ears on this paper. So I'm just going to bring them down like that to touch the face. And then I'm going to continue my hair if I need to. Now, if your hair is short, you probably won't have to do that. But since mine is long, I'm going to make mine a little bit longer all the way down. And you can add all kind of cool details. Do you have on some kind of necklace? Do you have on some earrings? Maybe you have on a ball cap. If so, you might need to erase some of that hair that you drew up there if you drew it with a pencil, and you could draw yourself a ball cap. Be creative. Remember, this is art we like for you to explore. So that's all that we're going to do for today. I feel like I've worked you hard enough, so you can go back and make any changes that you want, or spend a few minutes making it your own, and we will finish the rest next week. I'm going to give you a sneaky peeky really quickly. It's going to look like that. So don't draw the inside. We're only going to do the outside for now. We'll see you again next week to finish our art project. Bye.